The concept of crowdfunding has changed the way that artists fund their creative projects and startups get capital to grow. And now it's changing the way buildings are bought. The new business model entered China this year. Reporter Chen Bing talked to the founder of a startup website that specializes in real estate crowdfunding.
After working in the traditional real estate industry for about 8 years, Tang Ren quit his job at the beginning of this year. After 10 months of preparation, his website began raising money for its first property last month.
受国家宏观调控的因素，开发商的日子越来越难过。
Recently, it's been hard for small and medium-sized property developers to do business because of the country's macro control, and the property prices are still high for ordinary people. So we think if we can lower the hurdle for buyers, the properties will be easier to sell, and that could be achieved through crowdfunding online. It's faster to reach billions of consumers through the internet.
怎么样把它的人气聚起来？那我们想到了众筹。
Crowdfunding is the practice of funding a project or venture by raising money from a large number of people, usually via the internet. For example, a property with a market value of 3 million yuan was bought by 2,000 people for just 2 million yuan. So every buyer had to pay only 1,000 yuan. The 2,000 buyers will then bid on the property. If it goes for 2.5 million yuan, the winner could buy the property at the 20% discount, and the others could share the profits of that $500,000 yuan. That's a big attraction for young people like Yu Wenjun. He's been working in Shanghai for 2 years, ever since he graduated from a university in Nanjing. He says he earns around 6,000 yuan a month and spends half of that to rent an apartment. He invested 1,000 yuan in Tang's first project.
I've joined crowdfunding digital products before. Buying an apartment is very different from buying a daily product. Through crowdfunding, I'm not only able to get around 50% profit a year, but also to get a chance to own a property with a lower price. So I think it's good.
Real estate crowdfunding was born in the United States in March of last year, when Realty Mogul, one of the 3 biggest real estate crowdfunding websites in the US, went online. After the concept started in China this year, real estate crowdfunding popped up in many forms. Some are run directly by developers, while some are run by big online retailers like JD.com.
When young people get involved, I think we have to make sure so we behave, legally, and also take good care of investors or the internet users' money. I think that professional behaviors are very important in this area. Any business, including this seeing crowdfunding or any other new business, it's built on good trust.
The U.S. law known as the Jumpstart Our Business Startups Act, or JOBS, was passed in April 2012. It allows developers to advertise and market their projects to accredited investors or those with a net worth of at least $1 million. But China doesn't yet regulate this new business model. One lawyer says that in order to avoid getting involved in illegal fund collecting, managers should invite a third party to handle the funds in a transparent way.
They should let the public know how their money is used. They should also make the details of their project clear online, including the assessment report after the property is sold, as well as the company's operating condition.
We have our own risk control system. We will assess the quality of the real estate and the developer. We invite a team to supervise the tax and risk of the entire procedure. We pay much attention to not touching the fire line.
But Tang says he welcomes relevant regulations so that he can run the business better. His team plans to post more kinds of property online, such as commercial buildings or tourist resorts, as has already been done in the United States. Chen Bing, Shanghai Live.